What's up, everyone? This is Emilio. I'm in Detroit right now, zip code 48227. And in this video, we're going to be doing a walkthrough of this potential flip. I got a lead from a seller. I've already walked the property, but I figure, you know what, no squatters, nothing in there, but I'm going to turn on the camera so you guys can walk through it. The purpose of this video is to pretty much kind of give like a boots on the ground look at some of these vacant houses in Detroit. So if you're interested in investing in real estate, specifically the Detroit market, I'm going to go through this house. I'm going to talk about what I see, things I look out for, and hopefully it will educate you guys if you're looking to get into real estate or understanding how real estate investing works. If you are looking to invest in the Detroit area, I do have contractors. We do rehabs for some of the viewers out there. Actually, we've done a handful of rehabs for some of my YouTube followers. And that's usually the number one question that I get. So yes, we do rehabs. We could give you a quote. The second question I mostly get, property management companies. I do have a referral for a fantastic property management company. So if you are looking for that, reach out to me. And if you like this video, again, like video, comment, subscribe on the video, like this video, comment on it, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys get some content out of it. If you have some suggestions for what else you want to see, let me know, and let's get started with the video. All right, so flipping the camera around, let's do a 360 of the street. And what do I look in the street? I look to make sure that there are no burnt out houses or vacant houses. I mean, this area is a little touch and go, so there are some vacant houses. That house is vacant right there. The house we're looking at is vacant. The neighbor's house, there's someone living there. This house, someone's living there. It's a little beat up. That house on the corner, actually contractors are working on that house as we speak, which is a great sign. There's a new roof on the top. And if you watch my videos, you know that I like to go around and I like to do like a survey of the neighborhood to see how many houses are being worked on in the area. I'll actually count how many houses are being worked on just so I know this is an area that has a lot of activity. Because sometimes you drive some of these neighborhoods and there'll literally be, the city's knocking down houses. So what'll happen is they're knocking down houses and there's not a lot of houses in the area. So yeah, those neighborhoods, I don't know, you got to run the ARV on those, or your comps on those, and see what the ARV is. Now, first things first, I don't know the comps in the neighborhood. I didn't look it up yet. They just called me and I wanted to get there as soon as I could because this is a direct to owner lead. So he owns his house. Didn't give me much history on the house because it's just we were texting back and forth. But what I see, it's the first thing I see. I know it's a multifamily, which means there's two units. There's one on the lower, one on the upper, which means there's 2 furnaces, 2 water heaters, 2 kitchens. Looks like there's a brand new roof on the house, which is good. It's brick, which is good. There's a 2-car garage in the back that has a matching roof, which is also very good. So we're gonna walk back here. One thing I do like, just looking at it, I like the glass block windows because most of these houses don't have them. They just have regular glass and they can get broken into really easily, but glass block, I like the fact that that's there. I do like the windows. If you count the windows on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then one little tiny one at the top, 9. That's 9 windows, but all of these windows, except for that top one, they are vinyl windows. So that's a really good thing to see. Oh, get this real quick. All right, so here's the 2-car garage back here. There's a lot of trees back here. I'm not gonna be able to see the back because I don't wanna, I don't know. I'll be honest, I don't have the footwear today to try and make it through this. But there's a 2-car garage right there. Looks to be in pretty decent shape. There is some debris back there. Looks like a mattress, 2 mattresses, box springs. But there is a 2-car garage. I see some of the panels back there, maybe missing siding that could be easily fixed. There is a garage door on there, which is good. Saves you a few $100s for a garage door. So that's pretty good. I like the fact that there's a driveway. Some houses in Detroit don't have a driveway. Some of them don't have a garage, and this one does. Is it a deal killer if it's a frame house? See, this is brick. It is not a deal killer if it's frame. Just depends on what the values are, but this is brick, which is good. I'm gonna be looking at the concrete here. These steps are actually not that bad. Usually these steps are pretty messed up. They're so messed up, we have to break them apart and re-pour them, which really sucks. So that's really good. One thing I did notice, I noticed the roof. So I'm gonna bring my camera up here. So what's supposed to happen, okay, so shingle's really heavy, carries a lot of weight. And what you're supposed to do is, like, when you have to replace the shingles, you take the original shingle off, and underneath that is kind of like a plywood or OCB board. It's called the decking, and then you put the shingle on top of that. But sometimes what happens in some of these houses in Detroit, they just put shingle on top of old shingle, and so that's like 2 layers. Sometimes it could get as bad as 3 to 4 layers, and the problem with that is that there's tremendous amount of weight on the roof. So if I'm gonna zoom in here, do you see all those? Here's the first layer here. Now, do you see how many layers of shingle are underneath the new layer? A ton. There's a ton of shingle. Matter of fact, is that the cedar shake siding? I don't know if it is. Hopefully we're gonna get access to the roof, and we're gonna see inside the roof. I don't know what this guy's doing. Okay. Now this guy didn't board this house up. There's not even a lock on this door. He just said the front door is open, which is crazy. There's nothing in this house, but you could just get some vandals they could break in here and for fun, break with these windows, which would suck. So here's the first unit. It's not bad. It's pretty good. This window right here, this is vinyl, which is great. I mean, these windows, brand new. This is like an $1,100 window. So it's really good. Now you notice here, there's a little wobbliness in the hardwood flooring. And then here, I think they probably put carpet in here. Yeah, there's carpet because there's the tack strip where they put the carpet. Honestly, I would just rip this up because it's hardwood floor underneath. I'd put luxury vinyl flooring throughout this whole thing. Now, what do I see when I come through here? I see that old school plaster texture. I hate this texture, I'll be perfectly honest. It's very dated. It's from like the 50s, and you could get rid of this stuff, but it's gonna be, if you're doing a flip, I mean, you would have to look at the comps in the area. People are flipping, do they keep this? It's either that, or three things. Keep this, paint it, fix all the holes and paint it, make it look new again, but it's still gonna be textured. Second thing is, you could demo all this, and behind this plaster is lath, and then you gotta take the lath off and get it down to the studs. This plaster is extremely heavy. You're gonna need a ton of dumpsters. Dumpsters are expensive. The demo is expensive. And then you have to put new drywall up, which is expensive. It's the most expensive option, but it will look like a brand new house because you're getting rid of the old material. Or you could put a very thin drywall on top of the plaster. Like you take out the baseboards, take out the covers, remove the trim. Well, technically you don't have to remove the trim, but I probably would remove the trim. This trim is shot anyways. I would replace all this trim if you're doing a flip. Even if you're doing a rental, I would do it. Looks kind of gross. But you could put the drywall on top of it, then mud and tape the drywall, and then do it that way. You still have to buy the drywall. You still have to mud and tape it, sand it, and all that kind of stuff. But it's better. It's a more cost-effective route than having to demo the walls. Honestly, again, I'd have to look at the comps and see what's sold in the area and see what they did. Did they put drywall or just keep this plaster, this like texture on the wall, which I do not. Again, I don't like it. Same thing with the ceiling. Ceiling has the same kind of weird wave texture that you see everywhere, and it's got that plaster curve. So many houses in the area have that curve, you know. Don't like it, but whatever. That's the style of that day. Trim, you can replace all this trim if you want. Again, if you're doing a flip, maybe you want to do it. If you're doing a rental, just keep it. Because the thing is with a rental, you want to try and rehab this house as cheaply as possible, but make it very livable and safe. Just because if you're renting this out, your rent, how do you generate income is from the rent. and then you divide your rent divided by how much you invested in the property. Your rent will not increase if you put drywall in here. No one's gonna say, oh wow, rent in this area is $1,100, but I see it's drywall, so that I'll pay $1,300 for drywall. They don't care about that stuff. So, you know, if it's a rental, I would just paint over the plaster. I would keep the trim. The trim looks okay. It's a little beat up, but it looks okay. But obviously you need flooring. The windows look good, especially over here. All vinyl windows, that's good. Replace the light fixtures, that's easy. These little imperfections in the ceiling. Again, if you're doing a flip, you might want to replace this because it looks terrible. It's starting to fall here. And again, it's not safe, even if it's a rental. You would have fixed and addressed all of these issues. But when it comes to increased rent because you don't have this texture anymore, no one really cares. Okay, if you go into the kitchen, this is the kitchen. So when you walk in, there's a universal closet for everybody. This goes up to the second unit, and it's really strange. There's gonna be a door here for the lower unit tenant, and then this is all open, so both tenants could get access to the basement, and then you put another door here for the kitchen. So you could either block this off, but I mean, you could just put a door here, that'd be cool. But this is the kitchen, there's nothing here. So what you would do is, it looks like all the plumbing is all updated here. Actually, that plumbing looks bad. I probably would replace all the way up to the toilet. I would replace that. This plumbing looks okay, actually. Drywall cabinets go here. There's the sink right there. There's the gas line there if you want to keep your stove here. But yeah, small kitchen. Let's put cabinets there. All right, let's go see the bathroom. Bathroom is gutted as well. It looks like you got furnace here, not a radiator, which is good. Fix this subfloor, put in all new tub, shower fixtures, all that kind of stuff. You might want to address that broken joist right there. That doesn't look good. Fix that. Now the way that here's the first bedroom. The way that I price these out, it's on a spectrum, but the 3 types of rehabs, minor cosmetic, average renovation, and full-on gut job. So minor cosmetic is really just paint and floors, and then maybe some light fixtures and new hardware, things like that. You know, it's an easy fix. That's usually $20 to $25 a square foot. Then there's your average renovation, which is you need a new kitchen, you need a new bathroom, paint flooring, replace the light fixtures, replace the, you know, I would do a switch out. I'll replace plumbing where needed, replace all the light fixtures, things like that. That's your average renovation. But that no roof is included with that, no HVAC, nothing like that. And then you have your full renovation. Let's turn this around. Okay. And then you would have your full renovation. Full renovation is pretty much like the house. So those houses that have been vacant for a super long time. So you need a new roof, you need all new windows, you need drywall, trim, kitchens, bathrooms, everything in the basement has to be done. It means full renovation. That could range from $55 and up. It could range, you know, it could get pretty expensive. It just depends on how messed up the house is. So now here we're in the second unit. It's pretty much just like a mirror image of downstairs, bay window. You have a fake fireplace, the hardwood floor down here. Again, I wouldn't refinish the hardwood floor because I would just do luxury vinyl flooring. It'd be a lot. It's like as far as maintenance is concerned, as far as the look, as far as the durability, the vinyl flooring is the way to go. Let's go through here. This is the kitchen area. So that's really interesting. There's 2 doors to get in. You have a door here. Again, same thing as downstairs. Kitchen, bathroom on the other side. You're gonna need both a kitchen and a bathroom. And then 2 bedrooms. It looks like there was fire damage in here. There's a fire right here. Let me turn these lights on. You have fire. There's another thing I want to show you. Where's the steps to the upstairs? Okay, second bedroom. There was a fire. You see the walls are a little darker. Oh yeah, see that corner right there? There's a fire up there. Okay. There's no... Yeah. There's no steps to the upstairs. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Reason I want to go upstairs is I want to show you the roof. Nope, nothing. Okay, so I'll just have to lift this camera up. So when it comes to the roof, you know the roof is really good when you could see new shingle on the top, and then you'll see fresh plywood from under in the attic. If you go to the attic and you look up, you'll see fresh plywood. So what you're gonna see here, I'm gonna lift my camera as high as I could go. Okay, you see in between the wood slats, that's not plywood, that's the cedar shake siding. So cedar shake siding is the original roof when the house was originally built. So what happened was, and you could see it from outside, all they really did was if they're doing the roof, they're supposed to tear all the cedar shake off, put down fresh plywood, and then you put like a protective rubber layer, like a mat, not a mat, but it's like a thin protective layer, and then you put the shingle on top of that. That's a way to do it proper. But this, all they really did was they put one layer of shingle, and then when that shingle needed to be replaced, they just kept putting shingle on top of shingle, and the roof doesn't look that bad now, but I'm just saying that is a lot of weight, an extreme amount of weight on the roof. I think I saw like 3 layers on there. So what we'll do is actually, can we reach the basement? Oh, you can't reach the basement from here. The way to reach the basement is from this shared hallway. Okay, so when I go to the basement, I'm just gonna look for foundation issues. I'm gonna look for like the furnace and the water heater, see if it's a radiator or a boiler. We saw the ductwork, so we know it's a furnace. So let's go down here. Here's the basement. This is where you can see a lot of problems with the house. And this is a cinder block foundation. And what you do is you come here and you just look for cracks in the wall and bowing of the wall. That's caused by just water constantly just falling down the side of the house. I actually don't see any cracks on any of these walls. It's actually pretty good. Pretty good. Well, you could also see the plumbing down here. You can see this is all PVC. It's not the original cast iron. You can see that they updated from the PEX. You also see that there is ductwork here. It's like newer ductwork. Look at that. Not like rusted out. They did take the furnaces out where they got stolen. So there's a spot for the furnace here. Water heater would go there because you could see the circle ring. Furnace there. It is a shared basement, which, I mean, you just have to, the neighbors will have to learn how to share it. I don't see any of these. Joyce, nothing here is like cracked or falling down. I like this steel beam going across. I like that. That's really cool. Termites and all. You know what termites attacking that? But yeah, where's the panel? Got to look for the panel too. I think the panel's back. Oh, I see panel covers. Here you go. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. Look at that. These panels aren't bad, and they got the covers right there. I wonder how long, man, he should really lock this place up. Someone's gotta just come in here and steal all this shit or vandalize it, you know? It's not safe. All right. Okay. All done with that. Okay. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you got something out of it. I'm not really sure how much value I'm bringing to you, but I hope I'm bringing you a ton where you like the video and you're gathering something from it. So again, I really appreciate everybody watching. And again, if you like this content, please like, subscribe to the channel. Help share this channel too. I don't really get a ton of viewers, and I think the more people that see it and like it, the more people I'll educate and share this knowledge with. So again, thank you very much everybody for watching. I'll talk to you soon.